Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, total world victory of Hari Kṛṣṇa. Welcome back to another Bhagavad Gita class with me, your host, Prahlad. Today we're doing Bhagavad Gita 5.12. Getting straight into it. Oh. Yuktaḥ karma-phalaṁ tyaktvā śāntim āpnoti naiṣṭhikīm ayuktaḥ karma-kāreṇa phale sakto nibadhyate. Yuktaḥ, one who is engaged in devotional service. Karma-phalam, the results of all activities. Tyaktvā, giving up. śāntim, perfect peace. Āpnoti, achieves. naiṣṭhikīm, unflinching. Ayuktaḥ, one who is not in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Kāma-kāreṇa, kāma-kāreṇa, for enjoying the result of work. Phale, in the result. Saktaḥ, attached. Nibadhyate, becomes entangled. Translation. The steady, devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the results of his activities to me, whereas a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. The difference between a person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness and a person in bodily consciousness is that the former is attached to Kṛṣṇa, whereas the latter is attached to him, is attached to the results of his activities. The person who is attached to Kṛṣṇa and works for him only is certainly a liberated person, and he is not anxious for fruitive rewards. In the Bhagavatam, the cause of anxiety over the results of an activity is explained as being due to one's functioning in the conception of duality, that is, without knowledge of the absolute truth. Kṛṣṇa is the supreme absolute truth, the personality of Godhead. In Kṛṣṇa consciousness, there is no duality. All that exists is a product of Kṛṣṇa's energy, and Kṛṣṇa is all good. Therefore, activities in Kṛṣṇa consciousness are on the absolute plane. They are transcendental and have no material effect. One is therefore filled with peace in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. One who is, however, entangled in profit calculation for sense gratification cannot have that peace. This is the secret of Kṛṣṇa consciousness realization, that there is no existence besides Kṛṣṇa in the platform of peace and fearlessness. Yeah, I've been waiting a little while for chapter 5 to roll around, because chapter 5 was one of the chapters that I enjoyed reading the most, just because it's what's the name? Karma Yoga. There we go. I think it does talk a lot about karma yoga. So I enjoyed reading that quite a bit, just because of how I don't know how to describe it, how actionable the verses are. The verses are direct instructions and very clear, whereas I find some of the other verses to be very philosophical. These ones are very easy to understand, at least for me. Okay, looking at the changes. There's not that many. So, former is attached to Kṛṣṇa comma in the original, whereas the later. The former is attached to Kṛṣṇa, whereas in the later. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a grammatical change. I'm not sure what's the proper grammar, but doesn't really change the meaning, I don't think. So in the next change in the original, it says, "And he is not anxious for fruitive rewards. And he is not anxious for fruitive rewards." Has been changed to, "And he has no anxiety of the results of his work." Okay. I wonder what it says. Here we go. J. Swami. Punctuation. The comma wrongly appeared in the midst of a clause. Okay. I think, yeah, grammar and spelling was some of the changes that Srila Prabhupada said should be made. So, yeah, not bad. The original transcription, "Such a person has no anxiety for any result." The revised version is consistent with the next sentence. What does it say here? Original manuscript. Liberated person, and such a person has no anxiety for any result. Is that the right? No. Person attached to Kṛṣṇa. Yeah, that is the right sentence. Liberated person, and such a person has no anxiety over any result. Okay, guess it's sort of going close to the original manuscript. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer the second edition. Fruitive rewards, not a heavily familiar sentence. It's not used very often, but when it's been changed to the results of his work, it's clear, easy to understand. Okay, and let's see, the last change. There's been a whole bunch of commas removed. Does anything about that? No. One is therefore. Yeah, I don't think there's supposed to be commas there. One is therefore. Yeah, I don't think that's right, proper grammar. But then it says one who is, comma, however, has been changed to but one who is. Does it have any? No. I think the change has been made to simplify the sentence structure. One who is, comma, however, comma, changed to but one who is, just to make it easier to read and it flows better. Yeah. I wonder what it says in the original manuscript. One who is, however, entangled. So it's going further from the manuscript. But it does make it the sentence structure easier. Okay. Going back to the actual purports. Here we go. Yeah. It's talking about the difference between a person who's in Kṛṣṇa consciousness and a person who isn't in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. One is therefore filled with peace in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. One who is, however, one who is entangled in profit calculation for sense gratification cannot have that peace. as the secret of Kṛṣṇa consciousness realization. Yeah, just being conscious. Not being conscious, but being Kṛṣṇa conscious. But having that awareness that everything is given to us by Kṛṣṇa. Everything is Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead. And in Kṛṣṇa consciousness is no duality. So having the knowledge that Kṛṣṇa is everything and everything is Kṛṣṇa, and that the work that you do, whatever you're doing, is in the field of Kṛṣṇa consciousness, there will be peace. Because it will be taken care of by Kṛṣṇa. Whereas someone who's entangled in the material world, the profit calculation for sense gratification, cannot have that peace, because they'll always be always trying to make it about them. It's like, this is mine. I'm trying to do this for me, but it is not yours. It cannot be done for you, because everything is Kṛṣṇa. So there will not be the peace, but a constant, I would say, tug of war, constant battle against Kṛṣṇa. Basically, you're trying to steal his stuff. You're not able to do that, so there will not be peace. And it says the cause of anxiety over results of an activity is explained as being due to one's functioning in the concept of duality, that is, without the knowledge of the absolute truth. The person who is attached to Kṛṣṇa and works for him only is certainly a liberated person. So working for Kṛṣṇa, working with Kṛṣṇa. I don't know if you work with Kṛṣṇa. I think you more work for Kṛṣṇa. But it says there clearly, you are most certainly a liberated person. You have an understanding. You're awake. You're able to see. It makes you a liberated person. So another key distinction here is the person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness and then a person in bodily consciousness. Because if you don't have the Kṛṣṇa consciousness, you don't have the knowledge of the absolute truth. What is there? There's the bodily consciousness, which is something that I've never really thought about very in depth or just at all. That without Kṛṣṇa consciousness, not having that knowledge of Kṛṣṇa, what is there? It's just bodily consciousness. And so you just be thinking about me, myself, and I. It's a lyric from a song, but it stands true. You just be thinking about me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die, because I got me for life. Ooh. That's basically what a person in bodily consciousness is. The latter is attached to the results of his activities, and so there will not be the peace that not being attached to the results of your activities will bring. There will always be the anxiety. You'll be like, oh man, what if I fail? Or I need to keep some money. I need to get the woman. I need to conquer more land or whatever. There'll always be a lot of anxiety. Whereas in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, it's just, I'm doing my devotional service for Kṛṣṇa, and Kṛṣṇa will take care of my needs. And so there's no anxiety there. There's no stress. I'll use that as the contemporary application. Thinking of contemporary application is always difficult. So there we go. Having contemporary is could be a bit more specific. So like one of the devotees, a devotee might be living not the most opulent life, just simple living, eating rice, dal every day, waking up early, doing the chanting, going to bed early, and they'll be peaceful. They're not super sort of materially successful in life, but within Kṛṣṇa consciousness, there's the peace that's there. Whereas you might have someone who's super successful, got heaps of money, heaps of cars, material objects and stuff, successful, or even someone who doesn't have heaps of success like that, but is trying to be like that. There'll always be anxiety. There'll always, there won't be any peace, because there's always more. I got to do more. I got to be more. Got to be better. Whereas, a devotee in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, or just anyone in Kṛṣṇa consciousness in general, has a good understanding that everything is due to Kṛṣṇa, and so Kṛṣṇa will take care of it. So that there's that level of peace that is generated, or that is given to the people in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Also, I'm just reading. Therefore, activities in Kṛṣṇa consciousness are on an absolute plane. They are transcendental and have no material effect. Here we go. If you want to do some transcendental activities while in the material world, Kṛṣṇa consciousness is the way to go. Leaving the material world, Maya, not this. Maya being an illusion, everything inside of it sort of not being real. Kṛṣṇa consciousness is the path, it's the exit sign, and so brings peace. That's all I got to say about the purport. So to finish us off, go back to the verse. Yuktaḥ karma-phalaṁ tyaktvā śāntim āpnoti naiṣṭhikīm ayuktaḥ kāma-kāreṇa phale sakto nibadhyate. I always sort of have struggle reading, say tyaktvā, because the KT, especially KTV, in English, usually there's a vowel in between those letters. Those consonants aren't put together. I don't think in any word, at least not any word I've read. So that's a little bit difficult, because I'm still reading from an English standpoint. But I'm getting there. It's tyaktvā. It's a different sound to anything in English, so it's new. Translation: the steady, devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the results of his activities to me, capital Me, meaning Kṛṣṇa. Whereas a person who is not in the union with the divine, capital D, meaning Kṛṣṇa, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. I always find it interesting when not random words, but words are capitalized, and they're not beginning of sentences. So it's always referencing Kṛṣṇa. Everything references Kṛṣṇa. Maybe it all should be capitalized. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in live. If you're watching live, thank you for watching afterwards. If you're watching afterwards, if you enjoy any of the content that we do here, give it a like, share, or yeah, tag your friends. I'll be back tomorrow to do Bhagavad-gita 5:13. I haven't read ahead, but be exciting. Always exciting. Yeah. Param. Oh, good morning, good evening, or good night. Is a good night for me. Param Vijayate Shri Kṛṣṇa Sankirtanam. Total world victory of Hare Kṛṣṇa. Haribol.